作为在香港欧洲商会中具影响力的法国商会，如何为法国企业提供专业服务？
At the French Chamber, we have basically two main divisions. We have the member services and the business services. So the member services is basically all the services we can offer to our existing members in Hong Kong for them to participate to networking sessions, to attend seminars that we do organize. I think we have organized last year close to 130, 140 events all along the years of all nature. And the business services is all the services that we can offer not only to our members, those are paid services, but also to French companies who are considering to come to Hong Kong to establish their company here.
感谢港人对旅港法国社群的支持。香港法国商会旗下基金会推动慈善服务社会。
Very recently, we have set up the French Chamber Foundation, and this foundation is aiming at helping the poor workers in Hong Kong. So basically, at the end of the year, once we count the money and we have generated some profit, most of it is reinvested for our member services, and a portion of it is reserved to give to our foundation.
几百年来，法国一直是欧洲乃至整个世界的文化中心。从建筑、绘画、时尚到音乐佳酿，这些都是令到法国人引以为豪的文化遗产。而香港呢，素来也是被称为东方明珠、美食与购物的天堂。由于治安优良、经济自由以及法治健全，也是为全世界来港的人提供了一个较好的营商环境，其中也是包括法国人。那本期天下商会将会带您走进香港最具影响力的欧洲商会之一——香港法国商会。
香港法国商会成立于1986年，是第一个在香港成立的欧洲商会，至今已经成为香港欧洲商会中最具影响力的商会之一。 每年商会举办超过100场活动，主要在银行、奢侈品、建筑服务、环保及餐饮业。另外，香港法国商会每年会与200多个中小型企业会面，为他们提供专业意见。香港法国商会有16个委员会，涉及金融、人力资源、零售、妇女、青年人等领域，其中还包括中国委员会，主要负责为法国企业提供涉及拓展内地业务的服务。
In this company in Hong Kong, is it like a non-profit organization, right? So how many employees you have, and what is the like the major responsibility of the Chamber of Commerce here to do?
Well, it's a long question, and I'll try to do a short answer.
Sure.
We are 32 permanent employees at the French Chamber. It's a private limited company, so as such. It is not what I would call a non-profit organization, but the profit we make, we are used to do two things with the profit that the chamber generates. Number one, we reinvest to offer more services to our members, so that's the first priority. And number two, very recently, we have set up the French Chamber Foundation. And this foundation is aiming at helping the poor workers in Hong Kong. So basically, at the end of the year, once we count the money and we have generated some profit, most of it is reinvested for our member services, and a portion of it is reserved to give to our foundation. Basically, all the services we can offer to our existing members in Hong Kong. For them to participate to networking sessions, to attend seminars that we do organize. I think we have organized last year close to 130, 140 events all along the years of all nature. So they have also access to all sorts of networking opportunities. We produce a directory. We give them visibility on our website and our publications. So all this is what we put in the category of member services. And then we have business services, which is the main activity of the chamber. And the business services is all the services that we can offer not only to our members, those are paid services, but also to French companies who are considering to come to Hong Kong to establish their company here. And I can quote a few. So we take care of your registration, for instance. If you come to Hong Kong, you just know nothing. You come to the chamber and we will register your company. We will help you to set up your company. We have recruitment services. So we will hire some personnel for you, local personnel. We can do market research, market studies to help you promote your product. We can do all sorts of missions for you to find customers or trade partners. So we have a full palette of services to help French companies to do successful business in Hong Kong.
Including like if they're facing any challenges and like tax or legal issues, they come to you and then you help them to solve those problems, right?
We are more than 1,000 members at the French Chamber, and out of these 1,000 members, 70% of the companies are French origin and 30% are Hong Kong companies. And within this pool of members, we have the response for everything. You have a tax problems, we work with a lot of large firms that can advise on taxation issues. You have a legal problem, we have a lot of members who are in the legal profession. You want to get familiar with the food and beverage business, we have a lot of members who are in this industry. Same for the banking, same for the construction, etc. So, in fact, when we need to assist companies and members who want to establish in Hong Kong, the first reaction is to tap from our pool of members who have the expertise.
香港法国商会主席 Nicholas 说：“现在越来越多的法国公司来到香港。5年前，商会有500多个会员，现在有1000多个会员。加上现实法国经济低迷，失业率居高不下，不少法国人毅然来港创业。有法国创业者认为，香港是中西文化交融之地，也是亚洲重要的金融、服务和航运中心，为来港的法国人提供了良好的营商环境。同时，随着中国内地经济不断发展，香港作为外资进入中国的门户，也为不少法国企业拓展内地市场提供了很好的平台。” 香港法国商会注重中小企业发展，如何为他们提供专业意见？
One of the main part of the chamber is to help French SMEs to expand in Hong Kong. What do we do for them? We try first to help them to find the right importers, the right agent. You are doing some cookies, you want to sell your cookies in Hong Kong. So we need to help them to find the right partners. And with more than 1,000 members, with 16 committees, we know a lot about Hong Kong on the ground. We know the right people, we know the way where you have to export, where you have to sell. And we try to bring all this knowledge about Hong Kong, thanks to our members, to the company we assist.
法国是欧盟成员国，与香港和内地的贸易关系受欧盟共同的外贸政策影响。根据香港贸发局的资料显示，香港从法国进口的产品主要包括手袋及旅行用品、航空器及有关设备、珠宝、香水和化妆品以及酒精饮料等。目前有超过600家法国公司在香港营业，包括从事银行及金融业务的法国巴黎银行、法国里昂信贷银行，从事贸易及分销业的 LVMH 亚太有限公司，从事汽车业的雷诺，从事美容护理业的欧舒丹，珠宝业的麒麟等等。可以说，法国在香港的商业活动十分多元化。香港法国商会的行政总监 Okiana 表示，香港法国商会一直以来都为法国企业在港发展提供必要帮助。
Hello, Okiana. Thank you very much for joining us for this interview here today. As the Executive Director of the French Chamber of Commerce, what is your major responsibility here?
I think I have two main roles. First is really to think of the vision I have for the Chamber, what kind of services I want to bring to my member, how to fulfill their requirement, and I have really to inspire my team and to make sure that we offer the right things. And after, I am the manager of a team of more than 30 people, and I need to be a leader. I need to make sure that we offer the right services and we are very professional in any things we do.
One of your major responsibilities is to assist the SMEs. Can you give us a little bit more details on that?
Yes, one of the main part of the Chamber is to help French SMEs to expand in Hong Kong. What do we do for them? We try first to help them to find the right importers, the right agent. You are doing some cookies, you want to sell your cookies in Hong Kong. So we need to help them to find the right partners. And with more than 1,000 members, with 16 committees, we know a lot about Hong Kong on the ground. We know the right people, we know the way where you have to export, where you have to sell. And we try to bring all this knowledge about Hong Kong, thanks to our members, to the company we assist.
And prior to joining to the French Chamber of Commerce, is that pretty much what you have been doing for the whole time as well when you were in Guangzhou? Your job responsibility was also to, help assist the SMEs?
Yes, when I arrived in Hong Kong, I was a little bit lost. I really wanted to work, so I helped one of the people I know in Guangzhou to expand its 3 companies. And for me, it really helped me a lot to understand what an SME needs when they wish to expand. And before, I used to work for the French government, which is quite different. I was in charge of many topics such as immigration, decentralization, and for the budget issue as well.
Managing the government relationships, that was your job role before joining French Chamber of Commerce, right? How do you find it's different from being an executive director in the French Chamber of Commerce now?
Right now I'm working for an SME, so the environment is very different. But I think the fact that I used to work for the French government helped me a lot for the relationship with the Hong Kong government. What is great in Hong Kong is the government is very open to meet the people. Every quarter, through the IBC, International Business Community, we meet Mrs. Carrie Lam, and she really listened to us. And the fact that I used to work with the French government helped me a lot to create this relationship. And I think my background helped me to push our point of view.
So you were very experienced in the government relationship management. Do you find it's very useful in helping you develop your career here in Hong Kong?
Yes, I think so, because again, I know the rules, but the rules here are very different because the government is very open to listen to foreign opinions, so this is something great. And I think for a business community like the French business community, where we are a snapshot of the Hong Kong economy, it is important that we can really push our members and really help them when they need to enter with the government. And we have this fabulous project called Wise City, where we really brainstorm with 13 companies how we can bring more to the government in terms of smart city, in terms of wise city.
So it has been a very important agenda to help the companies to learn how to, handle the government relationships here in Hong Kong too.
Yes, and we didn't want to come and to say, we have the solution. What we wanted to come is really with the way you can think of the things, how you can bring something, not only to say, okay, we have the solution, we have the technology, but how to understand the needs of Hong Kong and see how we can push our technology as well.
It means you have to understand the requirements or the challenges, the problems that your client, your membership companies are facing, and then you can come up to them and give them a solution. Hey, what kind of people that you should be looking for and what organizations can help you with that, right?
Yes, of course. We need to have the knowledge. We need to understand the structure of the government. We need to understand who is the right person to contact. But again, one of the big strengths of the Chamber is our 1,000 members. We have members everywhere. So each time, I can just call someone and say, who is the right person? So for me, this network, this ecosystem is very key to push the company and to help them.
It has to be a very tough job to manage over 1,000 membership companies in Hong Kong with the team of approximately 30 employees here. What is the biggest challenge and what are the difficulties that you've been facing?
So you're perfectly right. This is my main challenge because, with 1,000 members, you cannot be with them every day. So what I really need is I need to understand what are their needs. I need to understand what are the needs of the big corporation and of the small corporation, because they don't have the same requirements. But I have a fabulous team, and we really try to meet regularly most of our members. So we meet them, we go to their factory, we go to their office to meet them. And on the top of that, I have 16 committees where we gather people from the same industry, from the same sector, and we really help them to share. For instance, we have a sourcing committee, luxury and retail, food and beverage, HR, and we have 20% gathering every month and sharing their daily life. You know, how do they manage their people in terms of salary, in terms of package, how do you build your team, all these very on-the-ground things.
You mentioned you have different committees, right, including the retail and luxury committee. Is that the majority of your membership company here?
Not really. I think it's less than 20%, but it's true that we have big names, as we have most of the luxury companies. But what is very interesting with the French business community right now is we go very deep in the social life of Hong Kong people. You know, we set up bakery, and when you can have a look, you know, you have lots of Hong Kongese taking their breakfast in this bakery. We have large names, but we have as well small names. And it's not easy when you don't have so many means to open a shop in Hong Kong. So, you know, it's true that retail is a key thing, but we have more and more people in the digital area.
法国是世界著名的饮食文化大国，法国人对饮食艺术也有极高的品味。17世纪，路易14确定了宫廷礼仪和美食的重要地位。到19世纪，餐厅得到普及，意味着高级烹调进入了寻常百姓的餐桌。另外，法国人对酒也非常重视。法国的葡萄酒文化已经渗入到法国的宗教、政治、文化艺术及生活的各个层面，与法国人的生活息息相关。香港法国商会的行政总监 Oriana 说，很多香港人喜欢法国菜，这也为来港创业的法国人提供了机会。
So the members are very diversified, including like the retail and luxury business and the food and beverage, etc. Let's talk about the challenges of those committees. Let's talk about maybe start with the food and beverage. So what do you see their challenges are?
So for the food and beverage committee, the challenge is really how do you get your clients, how do you keep your clients. So we exchange a lot about the market, about the taste, about who are our clients, you know, are they more Hong Kongese, expatriates, mainland Chinese, and we share a lot. And you know, within this committee, they share the increase of their turnover, they share how they keep, you know, the digital, for instance, they use to have more clients or to have new clients. So, you know, they really go deep, and they share every month, which is, I think, very important, because now they trust each other and they can go very deep.
And how about this one that I know that one of your committees is called the Young Professionals and VI Committee, with the French Chamber focused more on the young people?
I think young people is very important because this is the future of my members. But on the top of that, when you arrive in Hong Kong, you can be very alone. You know, you don't know exactly how to grow your career. So I really want to do a lot for these young professionals. So the membership is very cheap. Almost every month we organize a round table where they can meet a very high profile. For instance, we organize a meeting about luxury with really top manager from luxury brands, about the culture fit. How do I know if I am working for the right company? We organize mentorship as well, because I think mentoring is very key. So I really would like to help them to grow. And again, they are far from their roots. They don't understand the market. They don't know everything. And I think it's very key as well to show more solidarity within the French business community.
So the French Chamber of Commerce is focusing on helping those young people, especially with their startup business in Hong Kong, right?
Yes, I think for me this is something very key. We need to have solidarity, and the people that have been living in Hong Kong need to give back. They need to help. They have the knowledge, they understand the culture. So I think it's great if they can give back to the young generation.
How about this one? The other one is called the digital innovation. So what does the French Chamber can do to help those technology startups?
I think right now we have more and more companies arriving in this sector. So what I want is two things. First, we need to bring large corporations with startups, because I think it really helps to get new ideas. And after, there are so many topics. You know, when you set up your startup, you need to understand the market, you need to have the right network, you need to contact the right people. So we share a lot, and we organize a lot of events with key people from Google, YouTube, and all these very large corporations, because we want to bring these key speakers to the startups.
The other one I'm very interested because it's called the Women on Board, right? As we can see that you are a very successful businesswoman as well, representing the French Chamber of Commerce. So how does the French Chamber of Commerce can do women to succeed in their business?
So this one is very key for me, of course, because I am a woman. I really want to support more women. But I think being a woman right now, Hong Kong or French or any nationality, it's a key challenge. You know, me, I have 3 children, so between my work, my family, my husband, it's always very hard. So what I want with this committee is I want first women to share about their daily life. After we know that we have some strengths, but we have some weaknesses. So we organize events where they can really, so it's kind of speed training where we can work on our weaknesses to turn them into strengths. We have set up as well some mentoring between women, so more experienced women with young women. So I think for me it's a key committee because we need to network more. You know, most of the men after work, they go and drink a beer. But us, we have to go back home to do the homework. So we need to set up a new way to network. And this is where the chamber can be very useful.
It's very important to see the French Chamber of Commerce is promoting this gender equality as yourself. We can see why the importance of doing this because the women, you know, have been playing a very important role in the societies.
Yes, and if I may add something, you know, last year we decided with the president of the Women on Board Committee to think more about gender balance and business performance because, you know, most of the time, you know, you don't know really what you need to have more diversity, but diversity brings performance. And this is really as well a way I want to work for because I want to show that when you have more diversity, gender of course, but other diversity, you have more performance in your company, more innovation.
It seems that the French Chamber of Commerce is playing a very many different roles in many different areas, such as, you know, the encouraging the young people for start a business, and now the women on board, and the technology innovation. So how can you balance those roles?
You're right, we are doing many things, but I think I have part of the success is really the team first. Part of the success is really the members because our members are sharing, our members are, you know, spending time for the others. One of our committee is called the BAG, Business Advisory Group, where a startup can come and can present its project in front of 20 very high profiles. So I think for me it's very key, you know, the committee are the backbones of the chamber, and I really want to spend time with my team to make sure that we bring value to our members who attend all these committee meetings.
从1862年，第一位驻香港的法国领事被正式委派到香港之后，香港与法国两地间的联系已经超过了150年。那么，从外交官到传教士到商人、艺术家，他们正在为香港这个充满活力的城市做出最生动而深刻的刻画。我们也是希望法国跟香港之间的合作能够蒸蒸日上，同时也是希望香港法国商会能够继续发挥桥梁与纽带的作用。好的，感谢您收看本期的天下商会，再会。